Hello everyone, blessed be, Loki here. Today I have a video influenced by Source. Spirit wanted me to sit down and make this. They're like, hello, we've brought you this information and you need to share it. Today we're going to be talking about knowing yourself and the fact that the best way to get to know yourself and your core self, your raw, authentic self, the parts of you that people mostly don't know or don't get to know until later on in life, which them in themselves are shocked by, is when we are tested. And when I say tested, I mean by ourselves, by other people, by our mental health, by the universe, by spirit, by spirits. When we are tested by anything, that brings out parts of us, lower vibrational parts that might be deemed as bad, the parts that make us question ourselves, our morals, our sense of faith, our sense in being. These types of things that test us bring out our authentic selves, the best parts of us, that in order to heal. And when I mean the best parts of us in order to heal, I mean the best parts of us hello the best parts of us that can do so much more for us once we are in control of them. And this is our shadow, the parts of us that we can't access, we physically cannot access until we're put through some kind of test, until we're in some kind of environment that provokes that energy within us. Even if we try ourselves to be aware of that type of energy that we present, actually being in that energy, actually experiencing it, is going to bring out so much more than you think that you know about yourself. And then you are able, not that everything needs to be healed, but worked on so that you can control it, so that you are in control of your own life, your own emotions, your own energy, all of that. Because once you are in control of it, you have more access to your abilities, dare I say. For manifestation, you have more access to the outcome of your life, to the power in your life, to be able to access everything that you are trying to get when it comes to your healing path. In order to heal, you have to know your whole self. And once you get confronted with those parts of you that you don't know, that you're unaware of, maybe you're repressing because they're bad parts, because they're scary, they're overwhelming to you or other people, or simply you don't have time for them. These parts of you, being able to work on them and control those parts, are going to actually be the part that holds yourself accountable to your healing journey, and the things that are going to be making these core changes, these core influences, these statements, the surface stuff, the things that make you less of a baggage, less of a liability to other people, to your environment. When you work on those things so that you check off the list of getting out of some kind of crisis, getting out of some kind of bad mindset, when you all of a sudden think that you fixed it because you're able to appear better, because you're doing all of your dishes on time, or you're making your bed every day. These things are good. They're healing, of course. That is worth being validated and verified as a good thing and as proper healing. But those are surface things. And if you're not doing that other deep healing, all of that stuff, that foundational rooted healing, when you don't go to those roots, and that support system for your healing journey isn't valued at your roots, and your root system isn't getting those nutrients, your foundation is weak, and that foundation will crumble so fast. And I talk about foundations all of the time because foundations are very important. That is your safety blanket, your security, your stability. Right there is your stability. When this stuff stops slipping, when that surface stuff starts slipping, and you're not able to get a hold of it as easy, or your environment starts bringing out those more shadowed aspects of you that you haven't been working on, all of this stuff, all of this the surface stuff crumbles. It will immediately go away. It will all fall apart at once, and you will feel that you have absolutely lost your shit. And that's the thing, is you have, because you didn't have it together You were holding yourself together. You didn't have it together. And having it together in stability is not it's not something that you need to feel bad about not having, but you need to hold yourself accountable for your healing path. Are you getting better just so that other people will feel better when they're around you, so that they don't question your security? Are you getting better so that you don't feel as bad, or so that you're out of the way? Or are you actually getting better for you so that you can take control of yourself, so that you can take control of your life, and so that you can actually claim it, so that you can actually try to make some kind of positivity out of your life? Because that's the reason why most people end up resulting and stop trying to deal with those shadowed aspects, is because they had some kind of shock factor, some kind of blockage that holds them back from diving into it, because it felt uncomfortable when they did dive back into it. So then they just address the surface stuff, and then they have now finalized their fate in this world, because they're like, we cannot get into that stuff because this core influence means that the world is bad. And if we just keep our load light on other people, it will be less bad, but it will never be good. If you're able to get through this and redefine your shadowed aspects, your shadowed therapy, and all of that, your core influences, your core traumas, that is what's going to help you be able to transmute those bad defining qualities, those bad defining influences, and the things that you're going to be able to transmute into things that give you power, things that make you want to, or motivate you to see more or be more of which you do not see in the world, of things that you want in your world, in your life, in your reality. You're going to be able to want to chase those things and have desire again, but you're not going to have desire, you're not going to have motivation, you're not going to be passionate about anything if you have these constant anchors in which you are not addressing. And then you are using all of your energy to keep this load together, because you are I just stabbed myself with a thorn. In reality, keeping everything together is exhausting. You never get to relax. It's always masking 24/7. You are going to be exhausted. You, chances are exhausted. You need to be able to work on these, because you are holding this together because of the anchors. The anchors are what make it the reasons why you have to hold these things together. Otherwise, they will come naturally. You'll be able to stay on top of it easier. And I'm not saying that you'll become some giant clean freak and, you'll be able to show up to work on time all the time and start brushing your teeth every day, all of the time, just because you did this. But it will make it easier, and you won't have to force yourself to do it, and it won't kill you when you are done doing it. It won't be the thing that drains you for the day. It won't be something that you have to force yourself to do, because it will be something that's already done, because you're actually taking care and nourishing yourself. This shadow work, these shadowed aspects of yourself, being able to work through them is what's actually nourishing and taking care of you. These pampering days that people do, where they go and get their nails, or people take self-care showers to make themselves feel better, these are good things as well. Please keep rewarding yourself like that. Go out and get a coffee for that day, or go plant shopping, or whatever it is that you do that makes you feel good. But remind yourself that these are surface things. These are only going to make you feel better, mostly in the moment. And once that's over, it's over. But this is a surface aspect. Nourishment goes beyond feeling comfortable and feeling good. Nourishing your shadowed aspects, nourishing the parts of you in which you've been repressing, the parts of you in which you haven't questioned, the parts of you in which you haven't addressed, is nurturement. That is you almost essentially parenting your inner child, parenting yourself and confronting yourself in that, and that is nourishment. It does not feel good, but it is something that's going to make you stronger, healthier, stable, and it's going to release you of so much weight, and then you'll have time and you'll have room for passion, you'll have room for happiness. But right now you have too much weight, and it's not a whole forgive and forget thing. It's not about going through your traumas and forgetting them or forgiving them, neither of those. It's about addressing your traumas in a way that you hold the power in it, in which gives you life. It's something that highlights your motivations, highlights your passions, because you'll transmute it and you'll see, and yes, it has defined your reality. Yes, it has influenced you in bad ways, and it will probably continue to do so. You will work on that. Healing is not linear. Healing will happen forever. Healing is a lifelong journey. It is many lifelong journeys, many lives, all of them, all of the lives, okay? So you will never not be healing. And when you think that you just healed from something else, the universe is always going to throw something else for you to heal and grieve. That is humanity. That is the human concept. And that is something to embrace, because there's so much to learn in that. There's so much to embrace in the emotional dynamic. You should validate, of course, and verify your traumas, your lifetime, your hardships, your blockages, your mental illness, your physical illness. Everything that brings you down, you should embrace. And then you should not let go, but you should use it in which channels you, or gives you an outlet or a channel to do something that empowers you. Do something, embrace it in a way that is going to not only help you, but maybe help other people. And it does not have to be useful. You just have to work through your hardships and transmute it into something that is going to make the world brighter. Something that makes you feel less connected, because that is your world, and that is something that you're going to live in. And once you take your control, once you grasp it, once you embrace that, it's not going to feel good at first. It doesn't always feel good, because healing it's not meant to always feel good. And I think that that's an important message to put out there, because there's also so much positive messages, as there should be, when it comes about healing, things that do make you feel good. But we can't have just that, because that's toxic positivity, my guys. That's no. So, and we want the full truth, okay? There's times for both. Work on your shadowed roots. Embrace those shadowed roots. Take control of them. Transmute them. And you will be able to create so much. You will learn things about yourself that you would not have learned before. You will see colors differently, okay? The world will be different once you are able to take that control again, and you will not take control if you're trying to hold together, not take control, hold together one aspect of it, okay? When things are constantly falling out of your hands because your hands are so full, because you're trying to keep it together, because you don't have your foundation that would hold it together for you. Anyways, guys, that is all. Let me know what you guys think. If this resonates, much love to you. If not, also much love to you. The universe thanks you. I thank you for this wonderful session, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.